3, 2, 1, and we're live.
It does feel like a Saturday. I'll say that right now. It's we're a little bit late we're a day late, but that's all right.
Friday, October 6th.
Today's October 7th.
October 7th.
Welcome to Lawnchair Sports Podcast. And the reason I'm saying that is because we're actually going live on our phone right now. This is episode 4 of the podcast.
Episode 4.
We're on week 5 of NFL.
We're moving and grooving.
And right now you are winning. You're winning me 25 points to 20. I caught up to you last week.
I'm beating you by only 5 points now.
Mm-hmm. You got 6 points.
Who did I pick last night? The Broncos?
We both picked the Broncos last night.
And the Broncos lost.
And they lost.
Last night was a horrible Thursday night game between the Broncos and the Colts.
Worst.
And I'm glad I didn't watch it. I watched it for about 10 minutes and I turned it off because those teams are horrible. Horrible Thursday night game. I don't believe there wasn't one touchdown scored.
Yeah, it was 12-9 and it went into overtime.
All field goals. Russell Wilson cannot get it together. Jonathan Taylor, the Colts star running back, has been out, or he was out.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's one of those interesting quarterbacks because he can be really good.
Oh yeah, he's really inconsistent.
And then he fucking sucks.
Yep.
So yeah, we because I had texted you yesterday who you picked, and we both picked the Broncos for week 5, first game, Thursday night, and we both got that wrong.
So. Yeah, so we're recapping last week's picks.
Yeah. Week 4, Dolphins and the Bengals. We both picked the Dolphins, and we both got that wrong.
The Bengals won.
Tua ended his career, possibly.
That's possible.
That game.
So let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah. I guess 5 days before that, he was stumbling off the field.
So that was on Sunday.
Yeah, so
and then they played on Thursday.
Yeah, so he should have never been playing this game, and I think they fired some people that cleared him. Yeah. Here's what I want to say. I wanted to get your opinion. I'm just like, yeah, you want people to be safe, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But isn't that the whole point of football is to fucking kill each other?
The violence.
Like, signing up, like, I could hit my head and fuck myself up.
Yeah, I think that what makes people upset is that the NFL has ignored the issue altogether for a really long time. And it's been a serious problem because when these guys retire, they're going crazy.
But
they're
if you're
getting depression.
Signing up for that, can they really? It's not even their fault.
Okay, no, that's all fine and dandy. It's not their fault. But they're making so much money that they should have something in place to help these guys once their career's over.
In this instance, like you're saying, Tua should have never started.
It's a brutal business, though. Like, the average NFL career, can you Google what's the average NFL career? I think it's probably like
7 years, probably less.
I think it's probably like 3 at the most. Maybe not even that long. 3.3 years is the average NFL career.
Let me start recording. I was fucked up.
Yeah, so they're making so much money off these guys, and let's say Tua never plays again.
3 years.
If he never plays again, then it wasn't worth it. He was sacrificing his life basically for someone else to profit. Because don't get me wrong,
but isn't that what you sign up for? It's kind of like the UFC to me. You going in there to kill each other. I don't know, man. I want to see people get like. I want you to knowingly know, like, hey, I'm here to kill you.
No, and that's fine. What I'm saying is they should be properly compensated. Yeah. And they should be taken care of.
I don't know enough though, so
they should be taken care of once they do get fucked up.
I've just seen stories and I've heard like old school NFL, like that was
a lot more brutal.
Were fucking ripping their fingers off and going playing. I mean, all those older quarterbacks were like, dude, I was fucked up for like there was no protocol.
No, for sure.
They were probably getting a concussion every game and just were like, I played, I drank.
Do you think those athletes were on par with the athletes of today? Like if you took the average defensive end.
No, the skill level is way different.
Think about how much bigger and faster these guys are. It's like getting hit by a truck.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, getting slammed on. Tua, his hits were kind of weird because they were both getting slammed on the back of his head.
Yeah, his fingers were all like it was crazy.
You don't have an ashtray, do you?
No, we did no preparation for this podcast.
It's okay. Oh yeah. So I wanted to talk about that because I have a personal story that is pretty relevant. My high school football career. this kid who was a junior when I was a senior. He was a really good running back. He rushed for over 2,000 yards during the regular season. I think he had like 24 touchdowns. He was a beast. So I graduated. And then it became his senior year, and there were 4 rounds into the playoffs, and he played both ways. He played running back on offense, and he carried the ball about 30 times a game. And then he played linebacker on defense, and he probably recorded like 15 tackles per game. So, it's a small school. At the time, it was 2A. Now it would be considered 3A. But you play, if you're good, you're going to play on offense and defense. And,
in a small school, right?
Yeah. So there was an incident. It was similar to this, where he had been injured previously. I think it was 2 weeks before, actually. He got injured, and then there was a bye week, and then the playoffs started, and he started playing immediately. He only had like 2 weeks off after getting like knocked unconscious, pretty ugly. And it's the fourth quarter of the game, and he walks to the sideline, and he lays down on the sideline and goes into a coma for 2 weeks. Yeah, it was fucked up. And
God damn.
Now this person can barely walk. He lost a lot of his short-term memory, long-term memory. He's a completely different person from what I remember him as. I remember him as being like the stud athlete at our school, the hardest worker in the room, just a great teammate, somebody who I looked up to even though he was younger than me. We shared, our lockers were right next to each other for a couple years, and it's fucked up now. And I'll see him around, whether it's at football games or different places, and he's basically crippled for the rest of his life. And this is at a high school level. This is because a high school coach didn't want to risk losing in the playoffs. So, you multiply, there's no money involved in that situation. Now think about how much money's involved with Tua's situation, where you got a team that's starting off 4-0 for the first time in so long. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot riding on it. And then they ended up losing.
Yeah, shout out to Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater's the next man up.
I picked him up because Tua was my quarterback.
So yeah, I just wanted to share that story.
I wonder, I'm no expert, and I know this isn't that type of podcast, but I wonder, do people have this gene or precondition that's going to make them accelerate if they get hit in the head more than somebody else?
Hold on, you're saying
like that CTE thing? I think it's like in
some people
you either have it or you don't.
I think it's kind of the opposite. I think it's that you either have an added layer of resilience.
So I mean, though, there's people with different brain. Like if one hit you differently than me, we got hit the same and you had it, you might react differently.
Yeah. Have you ever taken any kind of brain trauma?
Yeah, I got concussed in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
This grown ass man, now he's barely bigger than me now, but I was 5 foot 90 pounds. Landed on top of me. I don't remember any of the play. I was quarterback. I just dropped back, and this big dude was just.
You're the quarterback, and you got sacked, and you got a concussion playing quarterback.
He jumped on me, and the next thing I know, I'm on the sideline. I'm like, oh my god,
dude! I feel like there's certain
so concussed. Dude.
There's certain rites of passage, regardless of what level you're at, right? And so, getting a concussion playing quarterback at any level,
it fucking sucked. I was out of it the whole day.
I've had 6 concussions.
And then the next day I was had headaches all day.
Yeah. Sensitive to the light, throwing up.
It was horrible, man. I was fucked. Yeah, I remember that. I wonder if that fucked me up.
It's brutal, dude. Yeah, it's brutal.
Because I was 13 though. I was developing brain.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
I've taken some really brutal head trauma.
It sucked.
Yeah, as a kid too. Getting hit with certain things, getting knocked all the way out, having to be rushed to the emergency room. It's happened to me a few times, actually. But I don't really sweat it. I mean,
yeah, it is what it is.
We live and we die. You might as well go hard while you're here and have fun. Fucking football's such a violent sport. You get hit and you get your air knocked out. It feels like, I don't know, sometimes you get separated from your consciousness. You have to wake up and play the next play.
That's what I mean. I understand it's different, but in the professional league, you should be able to I'm going to do this and I'm going to die.
They should improve the equipment.
Yeah, they should.
There's no reason for the helmets to be so hard on the outside. They need to make the helmets softer.
Leather heads?
Not leather, but some sort of squishy
like the bubble wrap they were doing at the beginning of the season.
No, like a rubber or something, because that hard shelled helmet, it acts as a weapon when you're out there. You'd be banging it into people. But yeah, that's our spill on the Tua situation. And I wanted to say, they're recommending that he retire. So
no, yeah, they say I imagine he might. That's crazy. So we had the Vikings and the Saints. You got that one right because you chose the Vikings. And sorry, let me scroll up. I had said the Saints. You got it right. Seahawks and the Lions. You said Lions. I said Lions. We both got that wrong. Seahawks won 48-45.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't playing in that game. And DeAndre Swift was out too. So, yeah.
I didn't pay attention to it. So, we had the Jets and the Steelers. And you said the Jets. I said the Steelers. The Jets end up winning 24-20. Then we had the Bears and the Giants. And we both said the Giants. They end up winning 20-12.
Yeah, the Bears suck.
Titans and the Colts. Yeah, they just picked up. No, I was thinking of somebody else. Sorry. Titans and the Colts. You said Titans. I said Colts, which I can't believe I said that. No, I lied. You said Colts. I said Titans, and I got that one right because the Titans won 24-17. Yep. Chargers and the Texans. I said Chargers. You said Texans. I ended up getting that one right, 34-24. The Browns and the Falcons. We both said the Browns, and the Browns ended up.
The Falcons beat them.
What the fuck? I don't
understand what's up with the Browns.
That's what
they have a great defense.
Yep.
Cowboys beat the Commanders.
Cowboys and the Commanders. We both said the boys.
Okay, let's talk about Cooper Rush and that whole situation.
I was so confused.
So we can't just go by that. So apparently Dak had surgery on his hand, his throwing hand. They put a pin in it, and now he's supposed to come back and play.
He's eligible, right?
I think so, yeah. But Cooper Rush, meanwhile, has not lost a game as a starter.
He's Nick Foles or Carson Wentz it.
Right. So what do you do? Well, Jerry says, okay, well, Dak's our quarterback. There's no controversy here.
I mean, I think because I have a staunch Cowboy boss who's just been beating my ear up about this shit. The problem is the Cowboys don't have an offense. They haven't had an offense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're kind of like, well, you're not really going to lose much if you get Dak coming on.
You're saying this season?
I think the defense is the best in the league.
Yeah, could be.
It doesn't really matter if you put in Dak or Cooper, if you ask me. They just got to get the offense going. Yeah. Whoever's on it.
I guess that's the argument is Cooper Rush has done a better job of producing
this year
offensively.
Yeah. So I think you don't fucking slow the roll down. I think you continue doing Rush.
But what if they put Dak back in and Dak loses the first game back?
That's why I'm saying, like, let Cooper do his thing. If Cooper can play like another 1 or 2 games and win, and Dak rest up, and he comes back.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of Dak anymore.
Nobody is.
I'm not even a fan of Zeke. He's not. I don't think he's that good either. But I also don't think Cooper Rush is a franchise quarterback.
The Cowboys are like 2 pieces away from being the best team in the NFL. If
they had a good offense, they'd be unstoppable.
They have a good offensive line.
They would be 15-2.
The hardest thing is building the offensive line, which they got now. So they need a good quarterback. They need to draft that kid from Tennessee. What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
He's a beast.
Pollard's got to do good. That's my other running back.
But yeah, what's the next one?
Jags and the Eagles, which we said upset.
So the Jags and the Eagles, those were the 2 undefeated teams playing each other. And the Jags got out to like a 14-0 lead on them.
It looked like they were going to win.
And then the Eagles came back. Apparently the Eagles' defense is really good.
Oh, the Jags are 2-2. They weren't undefeated.
Oh, they weren't? Okay.
No. I'm surprised that they're 2-2. Yeah, the Eagles won 29-21. The Eagles are going to be a good NFC contender.
They're looking unstoppable.
The Bills and the Ravens.
The Chiefs look unstoppable too.
Yeah, which we made a bet on, and I said the Bills. You said the Ravens. You had actually texted me and were like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah. And so it looked like the Ravens were running away with that game. And I text Roy because our bet was doing push-ups for 2 or pull-ups for 2 minutes.
Yeah, which you'll post later on today.
Which I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to pay up with that. Anyway, I texted him trying to brag about, hey, you're going to have to do those pull-ups. And then the fucking Bills came back and won.
Yeah, I was half asleep when you texted me that. And then I fell asleep. And I woke up and I was like, you son of a bitch. You fucking spoke too soon.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting that one right. Cardinals and the Panthers. I got this one right. I said the Cardinals. You said Panthers. 26-19 Cardinals. Broncos and the Ravens. We both said the Broncos here. And we got that one wrong. Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders ended up winning 32-20.
Yeah, that was a battle of who sucks the worst.
Fucking Broncos are trash, dude. I can't believe Russell Wilson. He got paid all that money.
That makes sense now why he got traded.
Yep. Pats and the Packers. I ended up getting that one right. Oh, we both did. So we both said Packers. They ended up winning 27-24. That was a good game. I watched that game.
Chiefs and the Bucks, man. So apparently the Buccaneers have one of the best defenses in the league, but that game, I don't think they stopped them. They might have stopped them once.
Yeah, man. Patrick Mahomes was remembering the Super Bowl that day.
He was phenomenal.
He fucking came out and he put up points. Had I played the running back for the Raiders,
Josh Jacobs,
I would have won my fantasy game. But
yeah, he went off.
Mahomes finally kind of got his groove back going, and Brady's Brady.
He finally came back. Well, because he hasn't had his weapons all season. Because Chris Godwin was recovering from an injury from last season. Mike Evans was suspended for that fight. Julio Jones had gotten injured.
I didn't know he had Cole Beasley.
Yeah, but now Cole Beasley retired.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of controversy. I don't want to talk about this, but I guess we'll fucking talk about it.
We got one more game before the...
Tom Brady's getting divorced.
We had Rams and the 49ers. And we had both said the Rams were going to win, but the 49ers put it on them.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why.
What was the score on that?
24-9. That was a Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, the Rams.
So you had 6 games right, and I had 9, which puts us at 25-20.
25-20.
You're winning by 5 points.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so if you want to talk about...
I'm worried now.
I'm going to jump in the country. Or no, you want to go into this week. Let's go into this week.
This week's games. So one of the games was played, as we said earlier. It was actually played last night, which was Thursday. This is Friday. This was Friday. We both got it wrong.
Yeah, this is week 5. Giants and the Packers.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Packers.
Oh, Giants and Packers. I'll go with the Giants.
You bitch. Lions and the Patriots.
Oh, I'm going with the Lions.
I'm going to go with the Lions as well. Chargers and the Browns. I'm going with the Chargers.
Chargers. I'll take the Chargers too.
Texans and the Jaguars.
I
might go with the Jags too.
Jags.
Falcons and the Buccaneers. I will go with the Bucks. Steelers versus the Bills. I'm going with the Bills. Dolphins versus the Jets.
Ooh, I'll take the Jets.
I think I'm going to take the Dolphins here.
That's a good one.
Should we make that one a bit? No,
I don't like
Bears and the Vikings. I don't know. Both teams suck there, right?
Vikings.
I'm going to go with the Vikings, too. Titans and the Commanders. I'm going to go with my boy Tannehill on this one. You too?
Is it a home game?
I think it's in Washington.
It's in Washington. I'll take the Commanders.
You will. Saints versus the Seahawks. Another shitty game. Saints. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. 49ers and the Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Yeah, Niners.
Eagles and the Cardinals. That should be our bet.
I'm taking the Eagles if you want the Cardinals. I'm not betting against the Eagles.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Because I think the Eagles are going to win.
We'll get a closer game, even if it's a shitty one.
Cowboys and the Rams.
Cowboys. Cooper Rush go 5-0.
Bengals and the Ravens.
That's a good one.
Is Burrow healthy?
Yeah.
I like the Bengals.
You like the Bengals?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Take the Ravens.
So you want to bet on this one?
Yeah, let's bet on this one.
Okay. What should the bet be?
Sprint around the block. Sprint around the block. Holding up the snake pit flag.
All right.
Deal?
Whose block? Yours or mine?
Yours.
Okay. You do that.
Will we get shot out here?
In your underwear.
In your chon-chons?
In your underwear.
Oh, man.
No, there's kids on this block.
There's kids on this block.
Put your shirt off.
No shirt?
No shirt.
All right.
Just full sprint. One block. Shouting, subscribe to the snake pit.
Okay. Deal. Deal.
That's a good one. And then we had the Raiders and the Chiefs. That's Monday Night Football. I'm going my boy Mahomes.
God dang. Hope the Ravens win. I don't want to do that. But I
want to do that?
I will.
Yeah, you will.
I want to see you do it. Hold on. What was the game you asked me about?
Raiders and the Chiefs. This is Monday.
Oh, Raiders. No doubt. Or, no, I'm just kidding. Chiefs.
We haven't picked an upset.
The Raiders over the Chiefs. I'm just kidding. That's not my upset. I'd be kidding a lot, yo. Mm-hmm. No ashtray.
Yeah, you can use that.
Making a mess.
You have been making a mess.
This fucking Black & Mild tastes like shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't know if I want it. I don't even know if I want to pick an upset. I don't have one.
You got to pick an upset. So my upset would be the Texans over the Jags.
Texans and the Jags. But you said Jaguars, and now you're doing the Texans?
Well, fuck.
Just because we're not doing the bet, I will say the Cardinals. If the Cardinals beat the Eagles, is that an upset?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say the Cardinals.
That'll be your upset?
Yeah.
All right, and I'll change mine to the Texans over the Jags.
Okay, hold on.
I forgot we were live.
Texans and Jags. Yeah, we are.
There's probably nobody watching, but I need a cushion. I got it.
You go look on your phone. See
my booty's aching.
Yeah, I forgot to bring it. So that's week 5. And then that was our recap.
Those are our picks if you want to gamble. See if,
yeah.
You know, I think we're going to get better and better, though, honestly, because you start to see who.
Yeah, when you're actually paying attention.
Who's matching up, yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing in fantasy?
I'm 3-1. Or, yeah, 3. Is it?
Well, yeah, this is week 5.
4-1.
I'm
4-1.
No, you're 4 now. 3-1. There's 4 games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm rocking and rolling in the small league.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually winning, and I'm 0-4.
I saw you put up like 170
185.
points. 185. Yeah, that's a lot.
I've got the most points in that league. And then the other one.
You're 0-4? Because
I forgot to play the Raiders running back, I would have won. I'm 0-4. But my team is still doing good.
Last year you started off 9-0.
I know. So I'm not really too worried about it.
It's different this year. All the running backs sucked this year. All the running backs that were supposed to be good.
Yeah, I know, man.
It didn't happen.
Well, last week they did pretty good.
Hey, guys, if y'all want to interact a little bit, tell us about your fantasy football teams and how much they suck.
Comment.
Or if they're good. Let us know.
I actually created a Twitter account. So
Saquon Barkley was someone who really came on this year that nobody saw. I didn't believe in Saquon. The Giants. He's the number 1 ranked running back in fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of guys aren't doing shit.
Not right now.
Derrick Henry just started doing something.
Yeah, I know.
Alvin Kamara's been injured. Now Jonathan Taylor's injured. Christian McCaffrey's been doing okay.
Singletary, he's hit or miss, but when he's good, he's 25 points.
Is that the Bills running back?
Yeah. He's my flex player now. And, yeah, Derrick Henry's finally doing... The guy from the Chargers.
Austin Eckler?
Yeah, he finally fucking did something.
Yeah, he's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else do we got? Controversy in sports. So Roy's got a pretty good little controversy going on.
I guess
give us the context.
So I'm not an NBA guy. I don't know sports, but apparently Jordan Poole is now on the Warriors, and he called Draymond Green. He was talking shit to Draymond Green, who I don't like. He called him triple single. I guess I don't understand what that means. He was just talking shit to him, so
it means he doesn't get a lot of rebounds.
There had been controversy that they had gotten into a fight. Well, TMZ being the resourceful journalistic shit that they are, they got the video footage. So if you're watching on YouTube, that's what I'm playing right now. They were
they're on the sideline while the team's practicing.
This is practice, and Draymond and Poole are separate right now. I don't know if words are exchanged.
Yeah, he's definitely saying something to him right there.
But I know Poole had been talking shit to Green. So Green approaches him.
And he's trying to act like he don't see him.
And then Poole pushed him off, and Green just fucked him up.
Decked him.
Got
one good right hand. He kind of leaped into it. It was a really good punch. He knocked him out. Great punch. Right? Yeah.
He knocked his ass out.
Yeah, he's out of there.
So, like Swag said, he did the wrong thing. He had his back against the wall.
Yeah, he backed himself up. Yeah. He didn't. If somebody's approaching you, you have to acknowledge them. Don't pretend like you don't see them coming. They're going to hit you.
Yeah. That's one thing I've learned from you.
And don't put your back against the wall either.
So I've just kind of been following it a little bit, and it's my understanding that this thing happens, because this guy really summed it up well. He's like, this thing happens a lot, and it's happened a lot. It's just that it's never been a video leaked to the public of it actually happening. Because apparently Jordan hit Steve Kerr like this, like knocked his ass out. Yeah. Like shit like this happens, but now the league and the Warriors kind of have to react. And a lot of people are saying Draymond wants to leave anyways and go to LA.
Yeah.
So I don't like him. Barstow actually had a shirt like Draymond's a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I wanted one of those shirts, but yeah.
Why do people dislike him?
I don't really understand. I kind of joined the bandwagon.
You just jumped on the haters.
He talks a lot of shit, and he's a fucking idiot. Well, clearly he's a bad teammate. He punched his own teammate. You're teammates at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
You just got to establish dominance sometimes.
Yeah, it would have been interesting had that not been leaked. What would really happen? But yeah, now you have to do something because
it's cool. There's a video of it though. Because that was a good punch.
Somebody all these pussies were like, "That's assault." Yeah, clearly it's assault.
Yeah,
but it's fucking basketball.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, as much as people don't want to admit it, a lot of us males, we measure each other and how much respect we're going to give each other by how capable of violence and how skilled at violence are you. And so if you're pretending to be tough and you don't have skills to back it up, you're going to get punched in the fucking mouth sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe it set them straight. I don't know.
Another controversy is Antonio Brown, dude. Have you seen that video?
Of him wanking it?
In the pool? He's like shaking his wiener?
Yeah. That dude has a big unit, I'll tell you that. Jesus.
They got the fucking pixels out. The pixels all big.
It doesn't do anything. You can just see the fucking thing. He was in Dubai, of all places.
He was in Dubai?
Yeah. Of all places you want to be doing indecency is in Dubai.
So did he get arrested?
Nah, I think he got out of it.
Oh,
like he's he kind of like, I mean,
man,
he clearly has CTE.
He's got problems.
He clearly has CTE, and he's
so do you know there's like a specific hit that people reference?
I after that surfaced, I've seen that
hit.
I had seen previous interviews with him
before the hit. Yeah.
and then I watched it. He got fucking he's like all prim and proper before he got hit.
Well spoken, respectful.
Yeah. Now he's fucking crazy.
Now he's a wild motherfucker. That sucks.
That's why I wonder if like this gene of craziness in is it just something people have?
There's a little bit of that, but there's also just like getting your bell really wrong.
Because I mean, you see it with people with drugs, right? I mean, some people have like that. I don't want to say bad brain,
like addiction.
No, some people have that gene in their brain where like let's say you did like LSD and you're fine. You did the same LSD as me, but I had that gene and I just go crazy. Like I don't want to get into that on this podcast, but I think they're starting to realize more and more people have like this schizophrenic, disillusional gene in their brain that predisposes them to shit like this.
Yeah. Whenever
you alter your brain, which a hit like that will do. So I mean, yeah, so it's crazy. God be with him. He's crazy, and it would be interesting to see. I'm not even a big fan of the NBA, but I imagine one of the two of them
with the punch.
Well, yeah, Jordan Poole or
them leaving
will no longer be with
the Warriors.
Or with the Warriors in time to come.
Yeah,
but shout out to TMZ for getting that. I don't know, it's crazy.
I wonder how much they paid for it.
They are on it.
So now we're moving on to our babe of the week.
Yes, I had said who was I gonna pick.
So Roy's cheating.
I said Paige Spiranak. She's a golf player.
Spiranak.
If you fucking on
Paige
YouTube, Spiranak.
She's 29 years old and she's a professional golfer. I don't know how good she is, but she should quit golf and be a model.
She definitely could be.
So I'm gonna go with Paige Van Zandt. We'll have the battle of the pages.
Somewhere in here, isn't it?
We'll have the battle of the pages. 2 blondes.
Paige Van Zandt. She's got to be. Yep, there she is. She's a UFC fighter.
She's ranked at number 9.
You don't think Nunes is not Nunes? Pena's hot.
No, Pena. She has a man's jawline.
The fight don't matter to me.
Bring her up so people can see what she looks like. Her name is it Adriana Pena? Jessica Pena.
Lubbock, Texas.
I think so.
Juliana.
I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I guess it's the CTE kicking in. I mean, when she has her makeup on and all that, it's all good.
She was all nice and giddy on Rogan. That's when I fell in love with her.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just because I was hearing her talk.
Yeah, she's just a little too manly for me. That jawline.
Yeah, so...
she's a pretty girl, though.
Battle of the Blondes.
Paige versus Paige.
So that's 3 we've had, right?
Yeah.
3.
We're filling up the bracket. We're gonna do a bracket of hottest babe in sports.
Yeah.
What else do we got? You know what we didn't do last time? We didn't do our sports movie.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Every time I fucking think of it, I draw a blank.
You draw a blank? There's so many good sports movies. It can be an obvious one because not everybody's seen it.
What is that movie with... God, what is it? It's with Brad Pitt. Moneyball?
Moneyball's about baseball?
Yeah. Like the...
You like
business.
it? I've never seen it.
It's kind of got like the whole recruiting and business and all that.
Okay.
I'll say that one. That's
all right. One. Since Roy says that, I'll keep it on the same frequency and go with Jerry Maguire.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You've never seen Jerry Maguire? Jerry Maguire is a good old 90s movie. Y'all should check it out. It's Tom Cruise.
Shout out Tom Cruise.
Yeah, y'all should check it out. Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, dude. Back to baseball. Did I not write it down?
Aaron Judge broke the home run record.
Yeah.
62 home runs in a season.
Here in Dallas, Texas. He hit the clean record, as I'm calling it.
He in Ranger Stadium?
Yep. In Arlington.
The clean record with no steroids. He's got to be on something that they can't detect.
I consider it the real record, but some people would argue against it. I don't give a fuck. I say it's a clean record. That's not to say what Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, they
were on the juice.
They were phenomenal athletes, which is what really bugs me, is because if they hadn't been on the juice, they still would have been Hall of Famers. Yeah, because they were that good at hitting the goddamn ball.
For sure, their timing and everything.
Barry Bonds has the best swing. I say Ken Griffey Jr., but you can argue that Barry Bonds has the best swing ever. Just a fucking... If you pitched to him and you left it, he was going to hit a home run regardless.
No matter where it was.
He would make you hurt. And it's crazy, like his stats on like walking. Like how many... I
remember watching him get walked as a kid.
He had like more walks than people had hits in the league. It was crazy. Like they would walk him with the bases loaded.
Right. Yeah.
He was... it's a shame his name is tainted like that. Whatever you want to say.
A lot of the sports greats, I wonder how many of them didn't get caught.
Well, I mean, what sport are we talking though?
Any.
I don't know. I mean, even like, because me and my stepdad talk about it. I mean, even in the 80s, and those guys were doing fucking cocaine and...
Oh, yeah. But I'm talking about like actual steroids.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying it's you still got to give him credit for hitting fucking that many home runs.
Did you know there was a guy who pitched a perfect game on LSD?
Yep. So I heard about that. Yeah. He was supposed to be off that day.
There's a documentary about it.
I'd heard.
He's supposed to be off that day. He dropped acid.
And they'd like, hey man, you're pitching to this. Yeah.
And he pitched a perfect fucking game. I believe it, man. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. So to keep up with baseball, I think the Cleveland Guardians, not the Indians, and the Rays were playing. They might have just finished up as we were doing this. They were playing for the wild card, and then the Seattle Mariners, who hadn't been in the playoffs in a while, played the Blue Jays. And the winner of the first game are going to play the Yankees, and the winner of the Mariners and the Blue Jays. It's going to throw me off. How many people are viewing it?
25,000.
I wish.
Yeah, 25,000.
Let me just tell you, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, winner plays New York. Seattle, Toronto, winner plays Houston. The Phillies and the Saints and the Cardinals, the winner plays Atlanta. San Diego and the Mets, the winner plays LA. That's your 2022 MLB playoffs. I will be keeping up with that because I'm interested.
It gets crazy in October, right?
Yeah, man. So today's Friday, October 6th, 7th is one. There's 4 games going on.
Tomorrow?
Today, there's 4 games.
Oh, there's 4 MLB games?
Today, yeah, all playoffs. I think it's all the wild card. Yeah, so that'll be a fun one to watch. I will say now.
Who you think's going to be in it?
I actually want the Braves to win again, but if I had to pick, just to throw it out there, I think the Mets might win.
Nice.
So there you go. And on this day in sports, speaking of World Series, the first ever World Series was played. Game 2 was played today in 1882.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like 140 years ago.
1882.
Game 2 of the first ever World Series between the Chicago White Stockings and the Cincinnati Red Stockings.
Oh, wow.
At Banks Street Grounds.
I'm surprised it wasn't whites only. I'm sure it was.
Yeah. I don't think black people played until with Robinson was like 40s, maybe the 50s.
I think so.
Yeah. So 70 years later was when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. Other than that, I'm excited to watch some baseball. I'm excited to see Texas Tech beat Oklahoma State.
Oh, shit. 7. We haven't even talked about college football.
Yeah. Tech should have beat them if they had a better quarterback.
Should have beat who?
Kansas State.
If we had a better quarterback? Yeah.
I think so. We would have won that game. And the refs screwed us at the end.
Yeah.
So
we had a chance.
Yeah.
We were hanging with them.
Yeah.
And they're good. That's the thing. That quarterback is really good. He's hard to stop. He's hard to contain. Adrian Martinez.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Martinez's out there representing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they played number 7. Oklahoma and Texas plays Saturday night.
The Red River Shootout.
I think the game day is in Lawrence, Kansas.
Yes. Kansas and TCU, they're both undefeated.
That's crazy.
And they're both in the top 25.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State is what? Number 7?
Yeah. So
dude, if Tech could pull that off, that'd be huge. But I don't know. It's not looking too good for us.
I don't think so.
It's going to be an ass whooping probably.
That's what I'm hoping for, that we at least compete.
Oklahoma State's probably going to win the Big 12. But you got Kansas and TCU. I'm interested in that game because TCU has a quarterback. He takes off running the ball. He tries to truck people. He's fun to watch.
Yep.
Duggan, I think is what his name is. And Kansas' running back. He takes off a lot too. That'd be a good one.
Yep.
No, there wasn't any major upsets.
I didn't see any.
Past Saturday, no.
No, then yeah, I mean the Big 12's looking pretty good.
It's going to be competitive
all around. I hope Oklahoma wins. I hope they kick the shit out of those sons of bitches. So
that'll be a close game.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. Yeah, that's tomorrow. So hope you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We did this one live. I hope we didn't look like a full live.
I hope we did. Talk some shit.
Yeah, comment about any of these things that we're talking about. Insert your sports babe. Insert your movie. Whatever.
Yeah, we need some sports babes ideas.
Make your bets. If you want to join the bets, we'll tell you like what we're gonna do. I think we already said you got to run around the block. So,
you got to run around the block.
If you guys want to join the bets, is what I'm saying.
Roy's gonna run around the block with his shirt off.
Yes, chanting, please subscribe to the Snake Pit.
Please subscribe to the Snake Pit all the way around the block.
All right.
And if somebody sees you and stops to talk, you got to stop and explain what you're doing.
Fair enough. So when you guys see Swagadellic doing that, you know why.
If the Ravens don't win.
Alrighty, guys. We'll see you guys, and please subscribe. Thank you.
Peace and love.